What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Fitment Industries Garage. Boy, oh freaking boy, do we have a special wheel to show you guys today. This wheel is from a company that goes by the name Fittipaldi, and this thing is packed full of detail, and this finish is absolutely remarkable. But before we dive into the details, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We cover a bunch of technical stuff and get early access to all kinds of new products, and you won't know about it first if you're not getting notifications. And of course, don't forget to head over to fitmentindustries.com for all of your wheel, tire, and suspension needs. Let's get started. Now, if you haven't heard of Fittipaldi before, it's probably because they're best known for making killer forged luxury truck wheels. But in late 2017, they launched their line of forged monoblock wheels for cars and SUVs, and these things are friggin' hot. Focusing on high-end, exotic, and luxury car applications, these wheels are full of attention to detail, aggressive concavity, and overall made to stand out on any application. A little background on the company itself. Fittipaldi was created from the experience and heritage of racing phenom Emerson Fittipaldi and built for enthusiast drivers to express their unique individual style while elevating the performance of their vehicle. But now they're about to drop their new line of multi-piece wheels, and you guys are seeing it here first. This is the Fittipaldi 2PF.1. To break the name down a little bit, 2P represents its two-piece construction, F is for forged, and .1 presumably represents this being their first multi-piece rendition. Now, getting into the design, this thing is absolutely freaking crazy, and the very first thing that stood out to me is the floating spoke design. They help give this wheel that continuation of the design of the face, making it appear larger than it would if the spoke design started at the hardware surface. It's a really classy way to engineer in size and depth perception at the same time. Behind the floating spokes, you will notice a really cleanly designed outer rim and a step lip. The way the outer rim curves into the step lip is a really nice way to execute that deep look, but in from there, you don't actually see any hardware, and that's because this wheel has hidden hardware, and it's such a refreshing touch. But it's not totally hidden here. Once these are on a vehicle and closer to the ground, you can see the polished hardware behind the spoke design. Fully exposed hardware here would be a bit too juvenile for the class that this wheel brings to the table, but then still being able to see it ever so slightly behind it adds a really nice touch of color and detail to the overall aesthetic. From here, the 2PF.1 features a very concave directional split 10-spoke design, and it's very aggressive looking as a whole while doing it in a very, very tasteful way. But maybe my favorite part about this entire wheel is the freaking finish on this thing. The finish is what Fittipaldi likes to call their brushed double tint. So you get a fully brushed aluminum face and barrel, but with an opaque tinted clear coat, and it looks phenomenal. It almost gives it kind of a slight bronze look too that I absolutely love. Now, these bad boys are actually going to be going on Alex's wife's BMW M4, which is Austin yellow. And between the tinted finish and the mostly hidden hardware, these things are really going to complement that Austin yellow extremely well and provide the concavity and depth that's really going to complement the size and the shape of that modern M4 also. I cannot wait to see these things on that car. Now, these aren't even on their website quite yet, so I don't have a full list of specifications to work with, but here we do have a 20 by 9.5 plus 18 and a 20 by 11 plus 35, and then obviously they're gonna have that 5 by 120 bolt pattern. Going off their similar styled monoblock options, you can probably expect to see a 5 by 4.5, 5 by 108, 5 by 112, 5 by 115, and then obviously your 5 by 120 bolt patterns with offsets ranging from about plus 20 to about plus 45, depending on your sizing and width. But most wheels of this caliber are made to order and offer custom options, especially when you start getting into your multi-piece wheels like this one. As far as pricing goes, multi-piece pricing hasn't actually been released yet, but their monoblock forged stuff hovers around the $650 a unit for like a 19 by 10. And an educated guess would be to probably add about 15 to 20% onto that for a forged multi-piece wheel. To get an exact price on a set of these, simply head over to fitmentindustries.com and request a quote. And while you're there, you can also browse the most comprehensive wheel, tire, and suspension store in the friggin' world. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all the crazy new stuff we're gonna be taking a look at in the future. And I certainly hope you guys enjoyed your little sneak peek on this wheel today. I'm Sean from Fitment Industries, Sean B.F. on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.